I can't go for that. No can do. Ooh. I've been watching coins pop left and right. Green flashes everywhere, lighting up the night. Everybody's aiming, screaming, this is it. Inner voice whispering, just take the hit. But I got my rules, drew them in the dark. Fib support, trend line break, 9 MA spark. I wait for confirmation, I don't chase the spark. Even when the FOMO's tearing at my heart. They say just one trade, what's the harm? But I know that road, I know the alarm. I've been burned before, learned the cause. Now my discipline's the only line I cross. Ooh, no, I can't go for that. No can do, I can't go for that. No can do, when the hype is calling, when the greed is strong. I can't go for that. No can do, no can do. Gotta wait for the setup, gotta hold on true. I can't go for that. No can do. Ooh. Another coin's mooning, chat's going wild. They say this one's different, like a reckless child. My fingers itching, cursor over by. Degens voice laughing, don't even try. But I close the tab, I step away slow. Let the impulse pass, let the real setup show. I've lost enough chasing every green light. Now I trade my plan, not my appetite. They can ape in blind, they can YOLO fast. I'll keep my rules, make the good ones last. I've been the fool, I've paid the price. Now discipline's my only vice. Ooh, no can do, no can do, no can do. When the hype is calling, when the greed is strong. No can do, no can do. Gotta wait.
Can I please meet your sister?
Gotta stay
I think me and your sister would have a lot in common.
I can't go for that.
That's me in my fantasy world anyway.
No can do. I used to think the fast ones won the race, but every shortcut left me in last place. Now I sit and wait, I let the setups breathe. And when the line breaks clean, that's when I believe. So no, no can do. Ooh. I can't go for that. No can do. When the FOMO's screaming, when the chat's on fire. No can do. I got my rules and they're taking me higher. I can't go, can do. No 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 can do.
The cowbell.
Little Rick can do.
Cowbell and Jesus, you know it.
You got me dreaming.
That song's kind of crazy. Just warning you.
I saw you light up on the screen last night. Trying to get a week, but you burn so bright. That took me higher than I'd ever been. One look at that glow and I was all in. I thought you were stable, thought you were true. To real so fast, I had no clue. You promised me forever, said we'd ride the wave. But you were built for speed, not the grave. You gave me a thrill, you gave me a rush. But every time you peaked, you left me in that dust. I should've known better, I should've seen the sign. But I was too busy loving the climb. Ooh, little red candle, it's so beautiful. You brought me deep inside. You were fast and you were mean. Now I'm crashing in my dreams. Oh, little red candle, you wrap me good tonight. You came on strong at the oaken bell. I rolled your pump straight through to hell. Every green tick was a kiss on my lips. Every whip high it was a tighter grip. I thought I could handle, thought I could tame, but you were a rocket with a runaway flame. You spiked so hard you touched the sky, then you flipped and left me high as I should've sold at the top. I should've warmed the way, but I was too drunk on that day you playing. And the tracks all ran, the volume's gone, and I'm sitting here wondering what we're done. Ooh, little red candle, you took me far. You bite deep inside. You were fast and you were mean. Now I'm crashing in my dreams. Oh, little red candle, you wake me good tonight. I remember the night you first lit up my screen. You were so pretty, so wild, so obscene. I thought we had forever, thought we'd never part. But you were just a candle with a short hot heart. Now I'm sitting in the dark, staring at the red, wondering if I'll ever feel that high again. Little red candle, you took me for a ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first venture to this forbidden territory, then please keep your hands and feetsies inside. Feet, I said, not feet. Hands and feet, the toes, inside the vehicle at all times, please. Don't feed the bears. Hang on for dear life. Here we go.
For those of you out there that hitting that like I should say thank you.
The morning's gray, the clocks are full. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
Somebody forgot and left that on there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, welcome to Late Night Crypto with the Road Dawg. Taking a look at Bitcoin slowly climbing its little happy ass right back up to around 89,000. We're almost there. We're heading up to this area of resistance. It's very rare, ladies and gentlemen, that I ever draw a squiggly on these charts that the price kind of follows. I'm amazed. I'm calling that that's okay. Every once in a blue moon, something like that kind of happens. It was just a squiggly, though. It was just a squiggly. And still is just a squiggly. But our next little area of interest, well, I believe we're right there at the moment. Let's zoom out. We're on the tiny 3-minute right now. I want to zoom out just a little bit. You see this kind of green triangle shape over here. We drug that down from the 886 to the 113. That's the other version of this guy. So maybe that's what's happening. But it's a good thing for the harmonic completion of this. This is a 113 Fibonacci for those of you who keep up with the fib stuff. For all the other people interpret that as there's a high probability that we've got a bottom in with that last little dip that we took down. Did you really go to 86? So we got that idea, and now we're starting to climb through these moving averages, and it's the first time in a little minute, well, at least, today, that we started getting above the 360 moving average right there, that purple one that's coming down. We're making progress, but we still got that resistance up ahead. Right here, the 236 Fibonacci area. We've got a line drawn there, I believe, or we normally do. This is the coulda, woulda, shoulda bought zone. If this is our bottom is in, you're going to look back and say, man, I had a chance to get Bitcoin when it was 86,000. And I thought, nah, I was too scared. I was going lower. I was waiting for 78. Good guy at 87, but then I didn't trust it. I thought it was coming down again. And that's all it's been doing. It's coming down. Could have got some at 88. Still can, but I don't know, man. Now it's at resistance, so it's probably going to come down. I'll just wait. And before you know it, you find yourself over here at this target at 90,000, touching that, working on your way to a higher high area, which most likely will be either 92 or maybe, judging by how fast we came down through this area to get here, we might just, our happy little asses just might just be rocket shipping up over here to around 93 real quick, like, and just kind of skip right through that a little way. So that's kind of what we're looking at as being the bullish scenario here. I thought we need to zoom out. This is the 15-minute time frame here. I'm trying to see this trend line we got because clearly we lost one, and that was kind of a thing. So let's zoom way out, a little way outer to the 8 or to the daily moving average, or can't even talk today, to the daily chart. My mouse is getting all stuck up again here. Got to pull that old battery out. How we doing, everybody? Good to see you. Striga says, feed the bears tacos. Let me farting all night. And other stuff. Let's get that Fibonacci off of there. Let's take a look, zoom out at what we was looking for. Trend line to the wicks. We already gave it all the wiggle room we can get from bodies to the wick right there, right? We did have it up closer to the bodies, but we lost that, right? We gave it all the wiggle room we could, and then she still wasn't happy, but the candle bodies held it. So it's been a solid trend line. It really has, and we're kind of below it. So does that mean there's a little bit more wiggle room to it? I mean, if you start doing that, when does it stop? You give an inch and pretty soon you're a mile off track. So we're just going to leave it right there. We've already given it all the little wiggle room it deserves, in my personal opinion, but we have broke that little son of a gun, right? So this bigger pattern I got over here, this red one, is, it's got a hopeful scenario that it takes us up here to a crazy target at 112,000. Will that happen? I don't know. Have I given up? Has this is it not invalidated? This pattern is in effect until we come and invalidate the C, or especially invalidate the A area right there. A lot of people consider it invalidated at the C. It hasn't done that yet. We haven't went lower. We're still in a higher low. And if we can make it back into this trend line, that could be the volatility, or the, what's the word I'm looking for? The momentum, I guess, that you get for short squeezes when we do that. And that's why I love looking for breaks back into a trend line. That's why trend lines are such a big, important part of my strategy, and not just trying to squeeze a pattern out of whatever the last few candles are doing. Those trend lines tell you a lot, and they help you make decisions a lot better if you listen to them. Of course, sometimes, we get in our little trading mind, all this stuff goes out the window and like this. Oh, this looks like a good place to get in. Let's get in. The little Degens in us, sometimes they win out. How we doing tonight, everybody? Are we doing all right? Are we feeling a little bit better about this market? Are we still scared about this market? Here on the daily, that's our first green candle on the old Lucy line. You guys remember Lucy, right? We need to update Lucy, but I don't know. Grok is kind of acting kind of weird. At least for videos. And maybe we should update Lucy. Wow, I got quiet. That was freaky. I think we're having, oh no. Say it's not so. Oh, the chickens went out. Pop me just a moment, fellas. Here's there was a short in the wire. We just shortened it up a little bit shorter. All right. So here on the daily, let's take a look at our indicators over here. What do they look like? Does this not look like what happens right before a green dot prints on this market cipher indicator? I know it's crazy, right? But it usually levels out like that. And, you know, it comes to a little point here with that little light blue. And then boop, a little green dot. Yeah, kind of like look, you know, it goes kind of sideways over here. We do that and get a green dot. Sometimes it's right on it. But we get the angles going. Here was one. So it looked like, you know, we're in territory for green dot to be coming soon on Market Cipher, or here on the daily. Maybe in the next day or two. That gives us plenty of time to get ready for the Friday trap, right? And we look at our stochastics here on Market Cipher, and we got them doing a nice little pull down here and a W pattern, shaky, like nervous, like you drank too much coffee. What's up with that? That's what we need them to do, is just do the little wave right on up there. Can't draw a straight line on this thing to save my life. All right. And as soon as we figure out how to, yeah, there we go. We get out of there. This is interesting. I like this. This is kind of cool. This is Ma Bag D pulling her petticoat up here. I don't know what she's doing under there. It's getting a lighter color histogram right here. So she's starting to turn around a little bit. Are we starting to sober up, or is she... Or did she find the amphetamines? I don't know what's going on with her. And then we got our nice little RSI, which does have lower lows on the bottoms here. It goes with, so there's no divergence here. We would love it if there was divergence here. That would be awesome. So that's the one signal that I'm not seeing just quite yet that I would really like to see for this harmonic pattern as a bottom area. I would have really liked to have seen that divergence on the bigger time frame like the daily, and we haven't got that. We do have a little support above the Lucy line though, and maybe that can propel us back up just a little bit more to touch that 9 moving average, which is currently coming in at 89,457 to be precise, right at a trend line area, right here. So would it be a bearish retest? That's the question, I guess, what the thing that we need to watch for, because if the trend line be true, and trend lines do be true, we could be coming right up there and rolling over, and surprise, slam bam, thank you ma'am, here's your ass again. I gotcha. Bear market, bitch, remember? I mean, it could be, right? So there's even the scenario here with and perhaps we do see something like that. We come back down for a double tap of this 86 area, a type 2 return, if you will, for these harmonic bottoms. And that would look like, yeah, there's your ass again. Oh, well, there's support. Haha. You thought it was going lower. I got you bastards that time. So we come down and then we do the flam and go back the other way. Make a nice little W bottoming pattern here at Fibonacci support. The 886. Could we be looking at that? That happens a lot with these patterns, okay? So it just depends on how far we get before it happens. Seeing that the 9 moving average is up here at this particular area trend line, I would think 89.5 looks like a good area. Usually it's somewhere right around the 382 Fibonacci, and so that's one reason why that's one of our first targets here that we, try to take profit at, because that's where it happens a lot of times if we're going to do that, right? So 90,600-ish, definitely a target to be looking for this $88,000, almost $800 Bitcoin. And how cool would that be? Well, it doesn't look like much, but when you got it leveraged to the gills over here, 2% could be quite a bit. From here, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I do want to take a quick detour just to go back to the monthly chart. And I just want to remind you that, yeah, the MACD, she did flip now on the monthly. Okay, just a reminder. Okay, just a reminder. You don't come back too quickly from this, right? So the up moves that we get, we need to keep our mindset that, you know, I'd love to get that higher high. I'd love to see that new all-time high, and maybe it'll come, and we'll keep looking for that. But typically what happens is a slow drain down, lower highs, struggle, get pumps, and they just never go back up past that previous high. They just keep trickling down, and before you know it, you're down close to the bottom, and you're like, well, I guess it's time to short. And it happens every cycle that way. So just a reminder there on what that monthly looks like. This is a monthly RSI. It's coming in at 55, which is still in bullish territory. So we're not too scared until we lose the 50 there, and then it's kind of like, oh yeah, now you're definitely bearish on the monthly RSI. We haven't been there since February or September of 2023, right? 3 years ago we were there. But look at that nice head and shoulder top pattern we got there. Yeah, these patterns can work over here on these RSIs too, if you didn't know. And according to that, we're right around the measure move the bottom of that. And that's kind of cool, isn't it? If we are at the bottom, does that mean we bounce from here? Because she's getting some support over there, right? And we are at the 618 area of our RSI. Is that a good thing, or does that be a bad thing? And I guess it depends, if you ask me, on if it's going to hold or not. I mean, we lost this trend line, right? That idea right there would take us just a little bit above it, you see? With that measure move, another way to look at it. Okay, that's cool. That did not qualify for anything. And maybe we don't. That one did. There is another scenario where we could be coming all the way back down here, but we'll take that in stride, right? See what happens right here. We could get a nice little upswing before we roll back over. So it looks like right now we're trying to bounce, right, for Bitcoin. And overall, the whole take that we've had on it is to go up and try to get around 100,000. And a lot of people think, we might not even make it up that far. And they might be thinking that last move that we had up was it, man. But there might be one more move up there for the bears to get a good short in, or at least try. A lot of them will be trying to short right up here in these areas, about 108. Anywhere around 100,000, a lot of people probably will be. A lot of people trying to short now down to these areas of support. And they are starting to lose support, though. Like I said, we did break that trend line. So I'm relying heavily on fibs and moving averages to kind of guide us to say, can we make it back from here? And Ichimoku Cloud's giving us a little, hey, thumbs up, baby. You can do it. Don't give up. You got this. So a little move up, but how far can we go before? Or, gosh darn it, can we get all the way up to 112,000 in 2026? If this economy ever turns around, if weird stuff will stop happening in the world, and if, oh my gosh, all these wars just stop popping off every damn where. If we could just all freaking get along, That would be kind of cool.
Maybe I held too long. Maybe I chased the wrong.
This song's sexy.
Maybe this market never cared at all.
Forgive me for a moment, baby. I'm going to chill out. I want to turn this music up a little bit, and I'm going to go over to the indices and then come back to the chat.
Now my screen is full of lies, and the silence hurts
Total 3.
most. When the value starts to ghost, when bags die.
We got a nice little harmonic pattern came in on the bottom. We confirmed it.
They don't whisper goodbye.
I like it.
They just disappear from
We're going to move this little red line down here to the 236 Fibonacci area. When we get above it, that's when you know, baby. That's when you know. Something good's happening here. Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
Feel the cold against my skin, where the profit should have been. Every tick feels like a blade, cutting deeper where hope once stayed. You said hold through the storm.
The turkey be tripping.
Now the storm is all that's warm, and the quiet
That's a new Creole dish called Trippin' Chicken.
echoes louder than the boom when bags die.
I would like to see us come up to the $856 billion in this little sucker.
They don't
But you know that little trend line that we broke over here, that little area we were in earlier in January, we can be getting back up to there. Nice little 4% move coming out of altcoins. Yeah, woohoo! I know it ain't Lambo time, but it's a little something, you feel me? Come back up and test that trend line, baby. We should. I've been saying it. I know I said this. We can get some altcoin action. And we're starting to see a little bit of it happen today. It took you this long to get over here. That took me this long to get over here. Look, on the daily. Let me turn the music down just a little bit. On the daily, we're on average up. One category is up 6%. What's going on with you guys? White whale, you're taking off like a freaking rocket? Crazy little... You just earned a place on my list right here. If I had a pen that worked. White whale. Why's it got to be white? I'm just asking. Why's it got to be a whale? Well, it seems like it's hogging the spotlight over there on that stream. Axie Infinity. I think we ought to take a look at Axie Infinity. What's going on? Is this one going to do what it did last time too? Because it started out like this and you're kind of like, yeah, but that's all right. And then you see it go to $4 and $6 and $8, then 11 and 23 and then 50 and 100 and 120, and you're like, damn, I feel like I missed something here. You know, and so I'm just saying, I don't know. It did it once. I don't know if it can do it again, but it's starting to do some of the things it was doing when it did it before. It's doing what it did when it did it. It might be trying to do it, did it again. I don't know. I got lost in all the doing there. Coming back to you guys. How's it going, my chat people? Well, coolest people on the interwebs, 22 people hanging out with me right now. Thank you for being here. New song playing in the background right now. Don't worry, there's 3 versions of it.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Shout out to all you guys. I don't know if I can go back and see who was here first. And we had RS Miller, the Dingo. Shout out to all you guys. Literally entities in the house. Important week for Q1, says Jim. How's it going, Jim? Good to see you, my man. Time the road to die, says Scar. Good to see you, Scar. FCL. King L, the moving turkey average. Postmodern Audi says coulda, shoulda, bought more. I know that feeling a lot of times. Feed the bears taco, says Strega. Bears like burritos. And honey churros. They do like the honey churros. Actually, not a bad idea to feed bears burritos, and maybe they will run from themselves with a Modelo to wash it out. I'll squeeze your shorts. Oh, this is getting kinky. Power Friend says, did you catch Silver Dip and jump the train? I don't know that I caught the dip, but I did add some to my... No, I guess I didn't catch the dip. I don't feel like I caught the dip. I did get some a while back when it was like at 10... Seems like I got some at 102. But, Silver doing pretty good. Silver doing pretty good. I'm doing Silver mostly on my iTrust account. I tried to trade it on my tiny account, but my little Degen just got... So it's such a small account. You're sitting there like... Dude, you're up 3 cents in 2 days. Yay. Oh, wow. 15 cents. Oh, no. You just lost 5 cents. What the hell? You know, for a small account, you got to have more traction. I would have been better if I would have stayed in Silver, though. Because River dunked me in the river. I got dunked by River. I got dunked kind of bad on River doing the dunky things. I was watching Joe earlier tonight before my stream. He was talking about, I think he had a similar experience with Hype. On the tiny account, and yeah, I know how that goes. It just takes one little mistake, and oh crap! That was, you took too much liberty with that move, Mister. You know you did. And there's a much tinier account over here, and River keeps coming down and dicing. Actually, I think that just wiped out the account right there with that one. All right. We'll have to be like them gurus and just slip some funds in. Not tell anybody that we're adding funds to our wallet. It just magically pops up and it's worth $10,000 more. And you're like, yeah. We're taking this small account and turning it into a... All right, so we got a trend line that broke and is drawn from wicks to wicks over here, and then we got a major trend line that is broken. I can't follow in the rules of Road Dawg line drawing. That is some heavy resistance coming in at 89.5 here. With hope from 2 harmonic patterns that we should bounce and go up from here. I got 2 patterns saying we should be bouncing from here. So, will it? Will it? Like we said, our indicators are starting to look a little spiffy. I think it will. Yes, I do. I think it will. But she's too early to tell. Looking on the 4 hours of Bitcoin, that's where you're starting to look better, baby. That's where you're starting to do the damage coming off these bottoms, getting up to these areas, man. But whew, that 50 moving average coming in 89.5, 89.6 right there. This area of that one's going to be the test right there. Big welcome, Ichimoku Cloud. It's time to get into altcoins and get off this boring Bitcoin. What do you say? 25 people hanging out with me. Let's take a look at River, since it's been out there. We'll take if you got any altcoins, see if I can add them to my list there. I'll throw my thingy in the chat there. So we knew this was at a toppy area here, right? And still, when you're on small time frames, you forget about these bigger time frames and the major trend lines, and you forget that crap. There might be some support coming in down here, but hell, let's just play it for what it really is, right? Or what it really can be. Did you actually do something different? Well, we got the 886, which will be coming back to retest this very bottom here. Or come down to $23. How cool is that? So it's about to our first area. If you were shorting this from the top here, and pulling your Fibonacci, this would be your first target area. And that might be where we actually get a bounce here. If we're going to go up and continue this trend, that's definitely an area that we would want to look at. Ichimoku Cloud suggesting, hey man, we might just do that. May not be in this harmonic pattern. We might be working on an A equals CD idea, right? We don't know till we get there, right? We gotta wait and watch and look for the confirmations telling us what is so. But we're going to take these old levels off. We don't really need those anymore right now. We're going to take some of these things off so we can see what the hell is going on this chart. We lost the non-moving average. 21 is coming in about $64. 66.47 is what I've got here for the 382 Fibonacci area. Second target area of interest for support would be down here at the 618 where the 50 moving average is hanging out. I don't think we'll go there, but we can. It's definitely, if we want to respect this trend line, if it's still got more upside to go, which I believe that it does, because I believe we got targets ahead about $103 and even closer to 90 there for River. So DJ and Chasin is probably still in full effect here. We just got to see where this lower or higher low will come in at. For this, I'm going to ask Elliot what his opinion is, and he says it's working on an ABC. So up, down, or sideways, he's going to give you all three directions and tell you that he's right too. We could bounce here and come up, and then there would be another move down, right? That's what he's saying, though. We could even come down here and bounce and come up and then come down. So we're going to zigzag up and down for a little bit. If it's going through a ABC correction here. Oh, iTrustCapital. So I think that will definitely probably have a good chance of involving this trend line here. So let's see if it's got any clues here for us with the angles. You're kind of leaning down this way a little bit, right? I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to see if how that holds true. So River looking interesting but scary if you're trying to go long. If you've been going short, then it's time to pay yourself a little bit there. There might be some better paydays ahead, but it may shake you up a little bit before you get there. We're going to take a look at the Axie Infinity coin that seems to be getting all the attention right now, like it did last time. Oh, we're at resistance. Okay, well that. All right, let's zoom out to like the 4 hour here. Yeah, so 4 hour. Okay. All right, so we lost a trend line at resistance. This could be working on making its high or low. I mean, low or high. About the 786 area right there. And yeah, meaning that the major run of the move is likely to be over. It's in danger of making a lower high here and then coming down for a lower low, right? So that would be my concern here, and it may take it a minute, and it may go up a little bit more, but then we do this, we get an M kind of pattern, and that could turn into bringing us down here. It could turn into that. Let's see what else we got. We took out this guy over here, but we haven't got this guy yet. That was a nice falling wedge breakout, and we took those guys out. Yeah, it's very common to see these things come back, even back to the breakout point over here. For this one, about $1.59. So, are you going up or down? So this trend line, it does have a resistance. Now, if it overcomes it and gets a higher high, and then it's bullish. It's bullish AF, right? That can happen, but likely a lot of times what we see is it just kind of stumbles around through here for a little bit. So that's what I'd be looking for a lot of resistance up here. See if it can finally get past 278, if it can do that. But otherwise, I would be looking for a more probability that she'll come back and roll over into this cloud, though, right? The bullish scenario would be if we got up here on some bullish move, and then you would want to be in on, try to look for an entry on that if that happens. But right now, it's like a little iffy. It's got some good things overall, but just a correction, just a normal correction there. So no, I don't see an entry on that one. I'll take a quick look at hype. Probably take a look at a lot of these on the 4-hour here. Hype is definitely at a high point. Not a point that there's not an excellent entry here. Okay, there's not an excellent entry here. The only entry that I can see is if we do come up here and if we can get some kind of retest of the trend line, and buying the retest of the trend line would be your best, most logical play there. And then you can control your risk management a lot better. If it's just popping up above it and you're like, oh, it's above the trend line, let's jump in. Well, that's before it decides if it's going to stay up there or not. That candle can shoot up and then it just shoot right back down, and you just got a little wick that went up there, right? Yeah, you got wicked. So that's why it's important for them to come up, and sometimes they'll just go up and come right back down there. It sucks. But what we want to see is that on some support there. $360 moving average over here is what we're running into. And technically, yes, you do have a breakout, and that would be a great place to look to see where it come back to. That's somewhere around $24. You got a double bottom over here. You got a support resistance flip area right here. This little zone over here kind of extends all the way over here, if you see. And that would also be another good area for support there, about $23.50. All at Purple Lawn. I want to look at it. All the moving averages are starting to do good. It's above the 200 on the 4-hour, which is good if it can hold it. And so we wouldn't want to lose that. Maybe you can wick down, but you want to hold your 200 moving average once we get above it on the 4-hour. That's the good sign right there. So that you can start climbing through these other rainbow colors of moving average. It skittles in a rainbow. Now, I've got this other scenario that's maybe calling for $13, $14. I hope it doesn't happen. But what it would look like if it did happen was we get rejected here, and then we just start working a slow ass way back down there, and then wait for confirmation here, and that's the real bullish move. But that's if this pattern confirms. It is not confirmed yet. But based on where we pull back to in some things, and this one might be a little iffy, that can happen. So just saying. Confirmations would be if we get back above the trend line, reclaim that purple moving average right there. Right now, she's at resistance. People might be looking at a short idea. That would be the thing to think about. Is there a short here? And there might be, but honestly, she looks a little bit too ballsy for a short. There's no kind of topping pattern going on. It's just a straight up move, right? So if it keeps doing this, then we're set up to break into that trend line and get a short squeeze, basically. That's what we want to see, is a short squeeze out of it if we can get up above there. So I would caution against shorting, but a lot of people will be looking at this and saying, this looks like a great place to short. Well, I mean, some of them that have more shorting skill, the new shorters are always looking at the bottom going, I want to short now. And they're always doing the flags on the bottoms. That's the newbie thing, right? I'm going to short the bottom. But the shorting here would look pretty decent to some, other traders, I think. But I still don't think it's the right move. Not until you get some confirmations, right? It wouldn't be the right time. All right, let's take a look at, if we could, at pump.fun over here on Bybit, because whatever bad news and FUD hit the market on this one, she's starting to recover, and nobody wanted to talk about it or have anything to do with it when it was down here about a tenth of a penny or whatever. Oh, but suddenly,
Man, I thought I had it figured. Altcoins running wild, money pouring in. But here I am, staring.
we're going to get two sets of fibs here, swing high to swing low. first area of interest comes in at 0.003 area. So we're still, from the bigger picture of things, from where the high that we were in September of 2025, just a few months ago, 0.008 cents. Considering that, this is a pretty snazzy area to build a bag up. I'm just saying, to grab some of this. If you think it has the possibility of coming back up there, that's 250% gains on this. So 2.5x on spot. Spot alone. That's no leverage involved at all. And that pull us from the top wick to the bottom wick, because everything else is still within that little bastard's jurisdiction. But we're going to dial it in a little bit more local right here, because that's our main target we're looking for to get past. We're going to take it to this high that happened after that little wick, and we'll scale her in now. Now, if we look at it from this perspective, we just broke out and retested that was I wish I'd bought more when it was down at 0.002 cents. Now it's at 0.0029. Doesn't sound like much, does it? But look at it. That's 32% gains right there, baby. Yeah. Nice little roundiness going on over here. I would say, well, did you have any bullish divergence over here? Not really. Well, that's impressive. Okay. Some people will be looking at this as a crooked head and shoulder pattern. I showed them head and showed them. We throw some little eyeballs in there just to make it all fun and games, right? Looks like Grimace used to be on the McDonald's commercials. However, I think if you go back and just stretch a trend line there, you kind of just see a big ass falling wedgie that had a lackluster breakout here. If we take a Thomas Bukowski move on this one and use my Fibonacci technique to identify it, we'll go from 62% down to 0. And there's our measure move by Bukowski, which is very close to if you actually... It doesn't always work out this beautifully, but a lot of times it comes really, really close. Meaning you can do it the more precise way, the more mathematical way, or you can eyeball it with drawing a measure move for the the top of at the beginning of the channel, dropping down, extend your trend line all the way down there. Just go from the top down to the trend line, and it's a very nice close approximation. That's your typical basic measure move for a falling wedge right there. And that gets us, you put it right at the breakout area because that's the rules of the game there. A lot of people are learning just to throw it anywhere. Or it seems like that's what they're being taught. Oh snap, what did I erased the wrong line right there. That could be the measure move target comes in at 0.0069, almost 0.007 cents. Doesn't sound like too much until you get out the little measuring tool, and then you measure from the pubic bone to the very tip, and you get 137% right there. We got the 80s songs on tonight, kind of 80s rock. I couldn't find the 80s pop stuff. So I like what I'm seeing here, just even on the right hand side of whatever stuff was going on over here. Some other notable things that you might want to look at. You had this nice little double bottom over there. You extend that all the way over, and well, that's an area of contention here. Looks like it went smack dab in the middle right through here, right? So right up here about 0.004 on up to our 382 Fibonacci 0.0044 area, and probably probably be some resistance to be dealing with, some junk in the trunk to be messed with. But I like the way the Ichimoku Cloud's looking at this. This is the daily chart, by the way. Notice that our little MACD is starting to cross on the daily. You're looking gosh darn juicy to me, Pump. I think we got a trade set. Well, this is a trade set. So we'll take this and we'll put this idea.
Hold you tonight. It's urgent, so urgent. You know it's urgent.
51% to that first target.
Trade tonight.
Second target's a 106% gains. This is all on spot too. No, pump.fun, I don't know, somewhere between 3 and 5x. That's respectable. 1 to 2 is not bad. I mean, but 3 to 5, because to get into 7 and higher, it gets a little bit crazy up there. You got to have a really good entry, and you know, you got to be buying on the bottom somewhere on some bottom against a trend line or something like that for it to try to do the higher leverage like that. In my opinion, we'll come down to the smaller time frame, but we're just getting our daily chart set up. I like what I'm seeing on the daily. Daily tells me it's trying to do something. We saw on total 3 where things are wanting to get a little bit more funky. This altcoin's looking one like it's sexy to me. I'm going to post this little booger. Take a picture of it. Take a picture, it'll last longer. And go to trade setups. Chart's ready to pop, in my opinion. LFG. I'll put confirm breakout. Confirm breakout above the white trend line is the safest entry right now, in my opinion. However, I know you're a bunch of degens. I know you're a bunch of degens. And so am I. Because I am too. All right, so I'm looking kind of good. Let's finagle our way down to the 4 hour and see what we can get here. So you feel like you're buying too high because you didn't get it at 0.0024. You're having to pay a premium on it and get it at 0.0029. Oh my God! What if it goes to like 5 cents? Will this matter? Not that it was going to go while you have it at 5 cents on some kind of perp trade, but it goes to 5 cents for somebody that has it on spot. That's quite a come up, I gotta say. All right, so she's at resistance right now, and she definitely could pull back. So if you're trying to make this play and buy up here, you would have to have a bigger stop loss. You don't quite have the risk to reward on your side at the moment, unless you got a very high target up there, which that's not too high. That's our next target, right? 0.0044. That's actually a good risk reward. You put it underneath the little wick over here. Now, what if they go on a big-ass stop-loss hunt, pull pulls down here at the bottom one more time after getting that rejection, then they go, oh, we're going to go get you. If we pull it back to this other wick over here, you still get a 5-to-1 trade right there. If I pull it back to 0.002. So there's a trade that can be taken. This is like, can you deal with, knowing that it's not as big as what it could be if, say, it was down here and you got in down here. You can go a lot bigger right there, but we got a nice trend line. You got an expanding pattern that's playing out right here. So it would be better to try to get it down here a little closer. Is he going to give it to us? This is where I come down to the 15 minute and see what's going on over here. Yeah, ribbon flips and everything, man. Oh, you curved up on that one. You trying to do it. Uses trying to do it. You trying to do it, girl. Look at you. Let's see. Is it time for you to be slap silly? It's time for you to be slap silly. All right. So chances are that she's going to pull back, and chances are we're going to like really eyeball this 382 area right here. So for a smaller term trade, we'll get one going over here on the 15 minute, because we're looking for an entry there. And yeah, we're going to have to get a big ass stop loss if we're going to play that guy. And we need a reasonable target to shoot for here. Well, if she does bounce there, that would be your A, B equals C, D. Your risk reward is not going to be good for this one. So it's not the great trade for short term. Not with that stop loss. Now you'd have to get real nitty gritty on it, right? You'd have to come in and you'd have to make a trend line play. So you'd have to have a tight stop loss, and you can do it this way. Now look at what your risk reward ratio is for something like this. Even for it to go back up to where it is right now, if it came back down to the 382, that should be a full-on trade right there. Where's the numbers? Right here. That's a 4-to-1 trade right there. So if you're looking on the smaller time frame, something like that would be more fitting, in my personal opinion. But she needs to be coming down. That's where she needs to come in. We got a super chat.
Make it rain.
Disappearing turkey. Magic tricks. I know. I practice every day. You the dog. Appreciate you, my guy. If you get a sec, peek at Banker. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. You're the man. Shout out to Ed. Well, let's go. What are you doing, Pump? Let's go with BNKR. Give me a moment just to set her up. Until then, rock on! Holy crap, shoot, look at you. That thing went crazy. That one went to our moonshot on this 24-minute time frame. All right, it's almost at our target area right there that we're looking at. We got that one.
Now the setups he posts get the likes and the cheers. When he enters the chat, they all raise their beers. From lurker to legend.
That's nice.
He starts thinking, hey, I could pull off this trick. Launches his channel, Simple Strats 101. Google could teach it, but he's selling the fun. Now he's got the
Yeah, I can see that. Main take profit area that if you can hold in that long is 0.0006 for a trade. If that's what's going on over here.
He's a disc
But from where we are now up to there is a whopping 113%. If this is the one you got in, say, down here, that could be 200%. So that's a possibility that's working, that could be working out right there. Some targets along the way, take advantage of, if that's what we're trying to do. One is coming up at 0.000338 area. Another target's coming up over here at 0.0048-ish, 47-ish area. Like I said, it doesn't sound like much, but that's a nice 70% up there to that one. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate you, my man. You didn't have to do that, but you did, and you did. Thank you so much. Rock on! Oh! I think we got to go back to a turkey. Oh, we're back! Look! It's time for some good-ass coffee. You know, I'm not really focused on nailing in on them, but I do like Whitesnake. Or hey, one of those songs did sound like Daughtry, didn't it? Shout out to all the super chats, the stickers, and members today. You're the real MVPs. Double T8 in comment. Thank you guys for your support. I really do appreciate it. Helps a tiny little channel just to last a little longer. It says AI-based projects are to play. Let's what was that? Where's the 4? It's a 2-hour chart right here. So I like to if we get a super chat or something like that, I especially like to try to remember to take those and just kind of document and post them over into the group, the trading area. So let me do this. And we will post this little booger. Woo, with a turkey face. All right, we're going to take this and this is Bankroll BNKR 2-hour. Looks like a sweet ride. So what was the target? This one right here mostly. This one at 0.00047. And what was the target? 0.00062. All right, so we'll post that little guy over there. Banker. I want to take a look at this coin. This one's a little sticky. Well, this one's called Syrup.
Everybody's loving every minute of it. Yeah.
This one looks horrible.
Monday morning, screens glowing red.
There we go. That's better.
It's thick, but I'm still in bed. Tuesday dip, I buy a little more. Wednesday pump, I'm knocking at the door. Thursday rug, Friday fake out teas. Saturday surge, Sunday crash with ease. Every candle's got
Service at 34 cents right now on a downward channel. It has a tendency to break to the upside here, climbing through all the moving averages, all snuggled together, making violent love to each other. Identifying a little channel idea that we're bouncing off the bottom and probably heading more toward the top too.
everybody's loving every minute.
Oh, we got a funky wick down here to contend with. That's the problem, huh? You went down to 3 cents. Oh my God, I'm glad I didn't see that. Is that why we had you up here?
Rub me once, rub me twice, I'm still your
That's what it says up here. We can dial it in with something a little bit more local.
Come on, baby, feel the rush tonight.
That's where you came in, silly. So that was a 618 up there. It already hit that target. That's sweet.
Whales are dancing, bots are running the show, but I'm still here, nowhere else.
So we got to see if we get a breakout of this channel idea for Sarah. She's making her higher low. This is technically a good place to try to get in for it. And depending on, I guess we should draw some higher targets. I didn't do it. Currently, we just came to first target. Second target's over here. Major target.
Pump it up, crash it down, do it all again. Rub me once, rub me twice, I'm still your friend. Loving every minute.
Imagine this thing getting up to 63 cents for a swing trade idea. It's been there before.
Baby, feel the rush tonight.
It would not be impossible. If it gets a break to the upside of this channel, the simple measure move from this at the projected upside should probably take us up to that area right there too. We're just kind of guesstimating.
Lost it all on that meme coin flop. Rug pulled hard, but I didn't stop. Now I'm stacking sats, waiting for the call.
And if you FOMO'd in right now, while it's still close to the bottom of the trend line, that could be 86% gains. Whereas if you wait for the breakout, it's 58% gains. If you wait for it to clear a level, the first level, then you got 45% gains. If that level's not good for you and you got to wait for the second level to clear, well, then you only make 17%, and it's probably not worth it at that point. Just saying. If you want to buy, sell low, sell high, you got to buy low near the bottom trend line areas here. And if that's not good enough for you, if it doesn't look good for you, which is scary to do, right? Trend line, you got to trust your trends and your fibs if you try to play that game and whatever your other indicators are telling you. It does have a lower low. Now you can wait till he gets that first higher low. And that's a GAN technique, is what he said to do it. But right now we're getting a breakout on Syrup on the 4-hour, confirmed, if you will, above the 50 moving average. Is looking kind of juicy, like she wants to do a little something, and at least get another 20% just to go back to where she's been before. Oh, like you, Syrup. You're looking kind of juicy. 40 cents, 43 cents Syrup. Some syrup, eh? Some of this music is Canadian rock based, or influenced. I'm just saying. Have we got angle on that? Wow, do tell. Dash? I was really thinking you might be coming down lower, but you're trying to say you're trying to do something else. What's going on over here, Dash? I was really looking for an 886 out of you. But we're getting a 618. Oh, sweet. Damn it. I'm not really in this one right now. Well, I kind of am, but I'm shaky about it because I was thinking she might be coming back down. But now I'm starting to think. I mean, she's got some headwinds up ahead here, but gosh darn it. I think Dash might surprise us here very shortly. .5 can come into play on this one too. Oh, you got some divergence going on there. Some hidden divergence saying the trend shall continue, brother. High or low. That would be cool if it does, because I would love to get up here to this red line over here, because that's one of my main targets right there for an AB equals CD. $113 out of this one. That would be a good come up. That's almost a double up. All up to that area. Taco head? What's with the name calling? Imposter behind the turkey. It's not a real turkey? Damn it, guy. I can't tell what's real and what's not real anymore. How's it going, Anita? Good to see you. And FCL says ETH, so ETH and ladies. I think we can do that. You guys in the mood for some news tonight? A little rundown of what's been going on in the last 72 hours in crypto. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Then we'll take a look at ladies for Miss Anita. I think it's Miss Anita, right? I'm assuming Anita. All right. Ethereum, you're at 29.41. What happened to you? Who killed you? I still got you in a butterfly. I think it's a butterfly pattern. Pretty sure it's a butterfly pattern. You just had to go with the program yet. Hasn't validated yet. It's not validated. There's probably a bigger pattern going on that I'm not seeing. There's probably a bigger one that's doing a type 2 return. That's what it looks like. Did I miss something over here? I think we did. It should be from down here, though, shouldn't it? That's not good enough. That can be, but damn. I don't like that. You don't normally go from after it starts, but that's a little bit more fitting, though, for what I see. So there might be, but I don't know if I brought that. It didn't take the whole move in consideration, and it couldn't. I don't know, but it acts like it's doing a type 2 return over here before it can go up. I hope that's what it's doing, because it did break a trend line, and that's kind of scary. So looking at it traditionally, the way we do a trend line, she needs to do a bear trap over here. But it's an old trade setup. I think we need to probably, do we need to update line? No, nothing's made any lower lows. These targets should still be your bigger overall targets right here for Ethereum. So we needed to get back above the 50 moving average, get back above the trend line, and go through a little short squeeze, but that's got to be around 3 when it gets back over 3,000. It's trying to. Do we got any bullish divergence? There is bullish divergence here on the 4 hour. So I like that. So she came back really close back to a 618 fib area. So what we don't want to see is the rollover over here, but the bullish divergence that we're getting right here. That. And on the RSI, it's tilted to the upside. That could be what we need to climb up and get back over here. 100 is still above the 200, so that's good. 200 is above 300. That might be enough to get us back up to this area, about 3. The short squeeze back up to these areas. Be cool if we could hit up 3168 again. We don't want this to happen. We want something like that. This is what we want. We want to follow the green road. Not the red road. All right, let's take a look at ladies. We'll get a 786 support. I got an idea that still got us down here, if it happens. And I would still be looking for the possibility that it could be slowly trailing down here. Could be wrong. Maybe we'll catch a 786, but let me see the fibs here. The 5. That's a 0.5, right? That's a bat, yeah. So it could be a possible bat pattern. It's almost like you can't see it, or it's kind of hard to see. So that's one idea. But let's not get away from the other ideas. If we see it break out past the trend line, screw that idea. We're going to go with the breakout idea. This falling wedgie. Screw whatever the bat says. But these things can keep on going down here, so we want to see a breakout, and then we'll start coming up. I'm cool with bouncing off the 786 and it not coming down to finish whatever harmonic idea I'm trying to draw in here. I might be forcing this one, but it falls within the parameters. The pattern trader in me likes that falling wedgie, and it's got some bullish divergence. That's the cool thing. This is the 4 hour. You got bullish divergence here. I don't know. I'll take this off the table for right now. I'll take it off the table for right now. Let's see if we can make this little. This one right here. Let's see if it can hold. I will make myself to become a whale. Be a whale. All of a sudden you notice why I love cash, or love the crash. Well then, you might like this idea down here if it ever plays out. If it confirms. But that's where it should bounce from. If it does get down there and go reverse. That is what the 85 area is. Well, it sounds like you got a good DCA plan. That's a nice 5 wave down. We got an Elliot person in here. I wasn't even thinking about it. I wonder if Elliot will see it. You're on the right time frame that he will see it. Sometimes Elliot, he's not picking up anything. He's not giving me anything. I got you turned on, Elliot. Elliot's drunk. Now we're talking about this one, the 5-way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it. And this would be our 5, right? So that'd be A, B, C. I'm cool with it. She near a bottom somewhere. Scar said lady's been tariffed at 200%. PMO is here. He was in the kitchen, but he just got back. Are you going to give Anita the bad news? And that was the bad news about the 200% tariffs. Bad news is good news. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what do you say we take a few moments? We go check out, I'll let you guys tell me. Do you want to see the news from Layer GG? Just quickly go over that. Try not to spend more than 5 to 7 minutes. Sometimes there's some alpha. Sometimes it, I don't know. I'm not really crazy about his latest layout of it. I like the way he used to do it before. It's time for some good ass coffee for me. Here, I got more songs on this playlist than I thought. I'm going to take a look at Pippin. Well, you guys figure out if we're going to do the news or not. I got this idea, which might be happening. So as that trend line broke, zoom out a little bit. Was it a good trend line or a naughty trend line? No, that was a pretty solid trend line. It's broken. Elliot seems to think that's a C wave that we're completing there, and it should be bouncing from here. So I guess the same thing we're looking for. If altcoins are going to get bullish over this next week or next few days here, then these ideas can possibly turn into some bear trap ideas. Like that's what this was here, bear trap idea. And then you get a short squeeze, nice move up. Now, technically, sometimes I would take, if you came in fresh and you didn't already have this line, you'd have a line connecting these two guys. You may not be seeing it as a bear trap, but it tells me that if we can do that again, it could be another strong move there. It could go as high as I drew it. But let me move this trend line temporarily just to see what it looks like. Yeah, see, now we got... If we take this one into account, now we got 3 points, 4 points now. So yeah, that's actually our new. It'll work for a trend line. But you should be bouncing your little happy ass up from here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, somebody's getting fired. What? Anita's my boss. I've never seen before. She works in the late morning. I work in the night. I'm just using her phone now. Where are you located, if you don't mind saying? What country? Oh, I think Canada. I think you said that. I think you're in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. All right, well, let's... but you can call me Anita, or Antia, or Anita. So you're not Anita. So you're not female? Canada. All right, let's go to the news screen. John. All right, let's see if we can get this window thing to work here. Well, that should have worked. Oh, there we go. All right, so the news from Layer GG. Look, we got. I don't know what the hell that is. Trump meme with a penguin. Penguin memes are being constantly. Penguin memes are being constantly pushed by Twitter and Trump, with Chinese whales steadily buying in, market cap of 90 million. Okay. Now it's got Degen beside it. Is that something related to what? No, there's just, I guess, just, I don't know. There's no ticker symbol there, so I don't know if we're talking about the coin. I don't think so. All right, and Claude is a meme coin that originated from Claudebot MC. What? I've been hearing about Claudebot. I saw something, I saw a thumbnail. That's all I know. I don't even know what the hell that is. Claudebot market cap is 5.7 million. I bet it's a pump.fun coin, isn't it? Space listed on OKX futures. We got Dude, D-O-O-D, and BIRB tickers are on Coinbase roadmap. Farcaster developed to return 180 million to investors after strategic pivot. Ethereum Foundation prioritizes security with its new post-quantum team and roadmap. They got a new roadmap at Ethereum? He'll probably say something about it down here. Eigen AI launches mainnet for verifiable 100% deterministic AI inference and auditing. Eigen, that sounds kind of interesting. That might want to look into Eigen for the technology. Dig a little deeper on that one. That one might be one that sees a few good months or something here. And put that on my little list of something to look at. River entity, or an entity corners River Supply for 300 million profit using 2,400 addresses. And you think it's not manipulated? 2,400 addresses. Who the hell trades with 2,400 addresses? Somebody using AI bots. That's who. Dirty bastards. Yeah. Well, some of my tiny account went to your $300 million profit today. I'm just saying. UBS to launch crypto trading for select clients and digital asset push, and crypto exchanges expand globally with plans for tokenized U.S. stock trading. Let me read that again. Crypto exchanges expand globally with plans for tokenized U.S. stock trading. You're going to see stocks come over to the platforms that we're used to. They come into us. It ain't all about them, us going to them. Well, they're trying to do that, but they're coming to us too. Well, good. I like to see that rather than them try to slam and put it into, build their own little special things with all these rules and stuff and restrict. But I mean, if it's on the blockchain, it should be, you should be able to get it on the DEX technically. SEC to dismiss lawsuit against Gemini for over Earn crypto lending program. So they would dismiss that lawsuit against Gemini. Imagine that. Gemini's nifty gateway NFT marketplace to shut down on February 26th. Is that because you got sued over this SEC lawsuit? AI16Z matching urgency to threats, a post-quantum migration strategy for blockchains. We're thinking about the future here. ETHZilla buys jet engines to launch real-world asset tokenization pipeline. Yeah, I don't know about that. Binance applies for MiCA crypto license in Greece to expand EU footprint. And here we go back Claude. Claudebot is an open source AI assistant that lives in messaging app, WhatsApp, and in Telegram. Oh, really? Instead of a web browser, offering persistent memory and proactive notifications. It can perform real-world tasks on your computer, such as managing emails or automating files. Run it efficiently on a $5 a month cloud server without expensive hardware. Created by Peter Steinberger and endorsed by Andrei Karpathy, it represents a shift toward proactive AI that reaches out to the user first with relevant insights. That sounds interesting to me. I'm going to have to check into Claudebot. that's something you run locally, I guess. $5 a month on cloud server. Huh. Okay. Let's see what happened with ETH. It wasn't very clear. The Ethereum Foundation formed a new post-quantum PQ team led by Thomas Corrigator, or Koratger, to prioritize long-term quantum security. Key initiatives include the 1 million Poseidon Prize, live multi-client PQ DevNets, and the integration of Lean VM for cryptographic foundations. The roadmap aims for full zero downtime transitions through specialized breakout calls, AI-driven formal proofs, and global workshops. That was a mouthful of boring crap this day. This is just in, ladies and gentlemen. This is hot off the presses. Hot off the presses. An investigation has uncovered a massive entity using 2,418 addresses to cover nearly half the river supply, netting over $300 million in profits. The scheme involved complex multi-hop BNB distributions and 22 million in BitGet withdrawals to manipulate prices through short liquidations. You know, isn't that BNB? Just saying. Whistleblower Woz has publicly released the Arkham entity tracking these wallets, accusing exchanges of being complicit in the manipulation. Shame, shame, shame. Well, that's it for the news today, folks. Tune in tomorrow or whatever else blew up in the world. Thanks for hanging out. We're going back to the regular screen now. Just wait on you, Sean. Sean, hit the button.
For those of you out there that hitting that like I trust the point.
The morning's gray, the clocks are full. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know.
Oh, we left the music on.
Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
Nothing like some good ass coffee in your cup to keep you up all night and give you insomnia and all that stuff. 16 people hanging out. How you doing tonight? Would you like to paint it red, or are you tired of longing and you said, I just want to short this damn market now? Sometimes we can get that feeling. Don't let those feelings get control of you. Pippin, what are you trying to do? There might be a play for Pippin. Bouncing up of the trend line at a 786 Fibonacci. I kind of liked it. I want to get a little bit of Pippin, but I got no money in my tiny ass account. I mean, I think the last little play I had here over River. We're done with River. Margin, Corbett dam, shorting everything in sight with a shaking hand. No more diamond grip, no more hope and pray. I'm betting on the crash, let the red rain spray. I see my old positions turning black to red. The chart that used to tease me now fills me with dread. I shorted at the top, balls to the wall of mean. Heavy leverage screaming, living a revenge dream. Maybe then I'll sleep when the market's in flames. No more buying dips, no more playing their games. It's not easy watching green turn to blood, but after all these losses it feels so damn good. I wanna see it painted, painted red. Red is ruined, red as dead. I wanna see the longs get liquidated high. I wanna see it painted, 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 painted red. Yeah. 53? See if we got enough to get in on this one. I don't know if I do or not. Well, I'd say $30 in fees. Wow. I see a sea of traders running for the door. Their bags of Milton can't take it anymore. I shorted the bounce. They get you on every trade, don't they? Shorting every rumor, every influence
defense equipped. The whales are panicking, the retail's in tears. I'm laughing in the margin as the red tide nears. No more waiting patient, no more holding tight. I flipped the whole script, now I'm shorting the night. I look inside myself and see my soul is red. Although those broken lungs finally put to bed. No more moonshots, no more diamond gleam. Just endless red candles mocking my dream. The market rejecting me, now rejecting it back.
I just filled this out and it just erased it.
Red candles forever, let the fire consume. This trader's done long and now watch the red bloom.
Gonna take profit at 53. Stop loss at 29. 29.3 to be exact. Balls to the wall because there's nothing left in this damn account. 5x leverage. And that did not work. But it did if I raised the leverage to 10x. So, wow. The tiny ass count is the tiniest it has ever been. It is chump change. Can it make a comeback? The walk of shame of blowing an account on the river. I was a victim of river. All that manipulation. It did do some crazy things there, but it also, I mean, shoot. It had the volatility of the fun on the upside. Or if you're on the right side of it. That was the trick, being on the right side of it. And then the hairpin turns like, oh, you turned already? Wow, I didn't see that coming. Or I was hoping it wasn't. Good old Pippin. I FOMO'd into a Pippin trade. It was a long. You remember that one called Zcash? Everybody was talking about back in the day. Until that one day, nobody loved it anymore. So here's the thing about these harmonic patterns, right? They don't count until they complete. And until then, you still got some other things to be doing. The 618 getting a double bounce, a higher high over there. May not have this harmonic pattern. So, you know what? I think on these, it's an idea, but I'm going to fade it out a little bit so it's not as prevalent. Because there's also the A B equals CD, which bounces off of this nice little 618 for a pretty bitchin' targets if I gotta say so myself. Oh, we've already got the sweet ass little target right over here, the $1,000. I need to get the other target in here. $943. I think we've already got the other targets identified over here, depending on where. Fine tune them just a bit here. So could it be doing that? Are we getting ready to go up on this one? I mean, that I don't know, but it's a possibility. High or low here on a 618 does set us up for these targets over here. What did we do? About 618, and what were you? 0.5. So you'd qualify for a well, you're Gartley, right? Possible Gartley, it'd be more here, wouldn't it? There is also, I mean, if we're looking at harmonics, let me take this one off. This might be, did this work? No, I don't think so. No, No, we'll just leave it out there. Anyway, as long as we're bouncing over here, I'm going to take a new trend line from the very bottom over here. And just follow it. It's shaky. It's not really, we only got 2 touch areas. That's a possibility. I want to look for some bullish divergence, which I'm not really seeing a lot of it. But I am seeing the MACD here on the daily trying to cross. So we got that. Let's see what can happen here. Might be a little play on Zcash up to around 465, something like that, dollars. So, oh, we do have a trend line over here, don't we? She's trying to bounce. I just don't know where's she going to go up to. Looks like there's going to be a little struggle right over here, right around 400, and she's at 370. But she's trying to get above the 9-moving average on the daily, and that's got to be something. We'll come over here and look at it on the 4-hour. Here we do have some bullish divergence that's been slowly forming over here. So I think we're getting a bounce up. Oh, they did not cross yet. There might be able to walk out of this one. Might be able to walk this one off. Keep an eye on that on the 4-hour. See if we actually get to cross that 360 crossing barely over the 666 moving average. But she's trying to turn around. See what happens over here. It's got a nice setup. It might be coming up for. I mean, you could get your inverted head and shoulders. Another pullback for a higher low is basically what we look for. Maybe get a higher high and then a higher low. The bearish crosses over the 800. I mean, they're already starting to turn around. Even the 50 after it crossed, it's starting to have some second thoughts, starting to backtrack. And here's some of that bullish divergence right here on the momentum waves. Look, you got your green bullish divergence dots down here. So Zcash is starting to look a little cool. I think I might go manage my spot margin account on Zcash over here. Altcoins pumped and dumped, a cruel jest. Lost gains harm me, no time to rest. Should have seen the sign, shorted the peak. Now I'm drained, frustration at its peak. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 14 of the coolest people hanging out with me right now. Thank you for being here. We've been streaming for about an hour and 43 minutes. Tonight we went over, of course, Bitcoin, altcoins, and I do think altcoins. Let me turn the music down. I do have the opinion that altcoins are starting to look juicy. We'll take another look at Total 3 right here. Harmonic idea down here, and from here we got some targets, and it's a possible reversal for it to come back on up, right? But it looks like going into the weekend, we might see a little altcoin action here to make us a little bit happier, right? Might be some nice little trade ups and things like that. Some of them have already played and they're already highs. They may be pulling back, but we're finding some that are, we found a couple that had some good setups. We posted them over in the group. Some of them are some that you brought to attention here. We looked at Pump. We looked at, we did. We looked at Syrup. We looked at, I think just now looked at Zcash. Axis Infinity. Checked out Pippin and River. Of course, looked at that. I think we looked at Dash 2. Looked at Ethereum and Ladies. So we looked at several coins there. We also posted some over into the trade setups here. Banker, which was a request from you guys, and Pump. Those are two of them that I saw today that look kind of interesting. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm going to go to the end screen. There is some new music over there if you want to check it out, and I'll catch up with the chat over there and anything that we missed. All right. Thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow.
Got me dreaming. I saw you light up on the screen last night. Tiny little wick, but you burn so bright. You took me high. on strong at the open bell. I rode your palm straight through the hell. Every green tick was a kiss on my lips. Every wick high was a tighter grip. I saw that good heaven that I pertain. You are a rocket with a runaway flame. You fight so hard, you touch the sky. Then you flip and left me high and dry. I should have sold at the top, I should have walked away, but I was too dang on the game you play. Now the charts are red, the volume's gone, and I'm sitting here. I wonder what went wrong. Little red candle, you took me for a ride. Little red candle, you got me deep inside.
Me too.
Little red candle, you were fast and you were mean. Little red candle, now I'm crashing in my dreams. And little red candle, you wreck me good I remember the night you first lit up my screen. You were so pretty, so wild, so obscene. I thought we had forever, thought we'd never part. But you were just a candle with a shut heart. Now I'm sitting in the dark, staring at the red, wondering if I'll ever feel that high again. Little red candle, you took me for a ride. You got me deep inside. Little red candle, you were fast and you were mean. Little red candle, now I'm crashing in my dreams. Oh, you wreck me good Little red candle, you were so fine. Little red candle, but you and I can't go for that. No can do. Ooh. I've been watching coins pop left and right. Green flashes everywhere, lighting up the night. Everybody's aping,
You guys are
screaming,
funny.
this is it. In a voice whispering, just take the hit. But I got my rules, drew them in the dark. Flip support, trend line break, now I'm at May spark. I wait for confirmation, I don't chase the spark. Even when the FOMO's tearing at my heart. They say just one trade, what's the harm? But I know that road, I know the alarm. I've been burned before, learned the cost. Now my discipline's the only line I cross. No can do, can't go for that. No can do, I can't go for that. No can do, when the hype is called. up, gotta hold on true. I can't go for that. No can do. Ooh, no can do. Ooh, no can do. Another coin's mooning, chat's going wild. They say this one's different, like a reckless child. My fingers itching, cursor over by. Degens voice laughing, don't even try. But I close the tab,
I picked the wrong version of the song.
Slow. Let the impulse pass, let the real setup show. I've lost enough chasing every green light. Now I trade my plan, not my appetite. They can ape and blind, they can YOLO fast. I'll keep my rules, make the good ones last. I've been a fool, I paid the price. Now discipline's my only vow. No can do, I can't go for that. No can do, I can't go for that. No can do, when the hype is calling, when the greed is strong, I can't go. So long, I've been looking too hard, I've been waiting too long. I've been beat up, man, sick of the grind, hard on cash thrown in. Thought I had the mind, altcoins were calling, strategy locked tight. Money coming and over fist felt so right. It happened before, I was ready this time. Locked and loaded, waiting for the climb, but the season never showed. Left me in the dust, now my bag's a ghost, gathering rust. Sometimes I wonder if you really exist. That windfall break, that moonshot twist. I've gotta find the strength to carry on before all my capital's gone. Waiting for an altcoin move, waiting for the run that pulls me through. I barely recognize these huddle bags anymore. Need cash, need capital, need to even the score. Waiting for an altcoin moon, that damn break, that windfall true. But you're ghosting me now, leaving me.
All right, thank you for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for being here. God bless you and Jesus loves you. See you on the next one.